Hello, 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 everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Happy TVU Thursday, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Black Umbrella. We are here. I feel like my voice is sounding a little extra nice today. What is that about? Anyway, we're your hosts. I'm Frenchie.
I'm Nika.
And I'm Wes. And I want to let you know that we have a special guest here with us today, okay?
Yes.
A special guest to talk to us all about travel, right?
Yeah. Travel.
He is a longtime friend and a beautiful human being.
Mm-hmm.
His name is August. Give it up for August, everybody.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome,
Hi.
August.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited.
You're glowing. You look good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You smell even better.
Thank you. Well, great things happen under the Black Umbrella.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Listen.
Let 'em know.
It's true.
I like that. I'm loving that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. It's summertime. We outside.
We
Yeah.
outside.
Trying to be.
And I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm so excited. Thank you for asking me to be here. Travel is my greatest love.
Yeah.
We know. Trust.
Your love child.
I'm in between trips. You got me at a good time.
Yes.
Let me tell you, we planned for this season in, what was that, October? Or was it November?
It was in November.
It was in November last year. And we were like, we want to have August on to talk about travel. And we said, God,
Yeah, right.
how is that going to happen?
We're going to do that.
Jeez.
I have
Nigga, going
people-
right now.
I have people ask me to make a Google Calendar and share it with them.
No,
so that they
literally,
can
because
know-
what?
yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at your location and it's not in America.
Yeah.
It don't be. I be seeing it sometimes. They be showing me.
Yeah,
We do.
we do. Because we be like, look at him, not in America.
And the best is when I don't tell anybody. Sometimes I just slip out. Like I went to Detroit last week and just on a whim, kind of.
Yeah, I knew.
And one of my best friends looked to ask me to like hang out and was like, "Oh, when did you went to Detroit?" I was like, "I don't even know. I'm not sure."
I just left. I said, I got to go.
I needed to go. I need to get up out of here.
It's the journey.
Yes.
Very, very, very true. Well, we like to start this off with a nice little word of the day segment led by Nika. So, Nika, let's get it going.
And yes, she is a bitch. BICTH. And in that order.
Powerful words.
Powerful.
Today's word of the day is travel. Easy peasy. Travel, to go on or as if on a trip or tour. To go as if by traveling. To pass, leave, go.
Oh,
Get out. Leave right now. JoJo was traveling, honey.
Yes.
yeah.
So my question for you is, what is your favorite childhood travel memory? That was hard to say for some reason.
Ooh. Favorite childhood travel memory?
Yeah.
I've never traveled. And as a child, I never traveled. But I guess I would say when we would go, when my grandma would take us like down to Vegas, like every summer she would take us to Vegas, and like that would be really fun. We didn't really do much. We would just go like to Circus and play in the little arcade space where she gambled. And she would also take us to like Knott's Berry Farm and stuff, and that was always fun. So that's what I'll say for travels. Yeah, those are always good times with my grandma and grandpa.
Oh, Gramps.
I'm trying to think of a favorite travel. I have a lot. I traveled a lot as a kid.
Yeah, you did.
I think maybe it can be between my first experience with a cruise ship.
That's what I was gonna say.
As a kid, yeah. I think I was in the kids club on the cruise ship and I ran that kids club
Hey.
for some reason.
Not for some reason. I know what the reason was.
What was the reason?
You're bossy.
I ran that kids club up and down, but we had to do a performance for the captain's dinner, and we were supposed to be pirates. So we dressed up. We had our garb on. We were doing things, and whenever I tell you, I led us to victory.
Okay.
I believe it.
It was a little terrifying because everybody's looking at you. Your parents are right there at the captain's dinner, and I'm just like, let's do this. We're gonna make this happen. But it's between that and Hawaii. Hawaii was just
Oh,
Hey.
fun in general.
Gorgeous.
And walking up the waterfall with my dad in Jamaica.
Duns River Falls.
Duns River Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a
cute.
picture of my dad holding my hand as I walk up.
Aw. That's so sweet.
So yeah, those are a few.
That was precious.
I like
I gave
that,
more than
though.
one, but
I
yeah,
like
that was a
that.
few.
That was precious.
I'm struggling to pick one. Okay, so I was going to say cruise because cruises, I think I've been on 23 cruises.
Oh,
And I started at,
season.
I think my very first one was my 7th birthday. So let's go with that. My very first cruise, 7th birthday. Entire family was there. I have so many cruise memories. They all kind of like blend together, you know,
Yeah.
because all those islands are very similar and they mix in my head. So I would have to say a cruise. All of them. We're on a cruise once a year, sometimes twice a year. But
that's
it was
wonderful.
like an annual, like, because we all lived in different places, my family. So we made sure we saw each other on a cruise ship every year. At least, like I said, at least once. So
That's beautiful.
obviously in no time I was platinum on the Carnival cruise ship.
You're a real one.
Yeah.
Not many people can say that. Okay.
Platinum status. Get you some free laundry done.
Is that what platinum?
Is that what it does?
Yeah, platinum. Let me tell you, at Carnival,
Ooh.
platinum comes with benefits. Okay, free laundry, free pen.
Okay.
Come on, platinum pen.
Proud
back
and
up.
platinum.
Yeah, man, get into it.
Shit. I think mine is gonna be the first time I like left somewhere that was out of state that wasn't Nevada, and that was when. Because that's the only thing that I could think of, like from childhood. I'm like, but the one time I didn't go to Vegas was when I went to Arkansas because we went to go see my dad's family. It was my first time there, and it was just such a different and unique experience for me because I had never been there and I had never been to nobody's country. So it was very, very different. The drive-through liquor stores and the closing the liquor stores on Sunday and people selling liquor on the sidewalk because the liquor stores were closed and they were like,
Prohibition.
no, literally they were like, they had their coolers, you know, in Vegas on the bridges when they have waters, they got that for beers.
Wow.
Never heard of any of this.
Yeah.
A drive-through liquor store?
Drive through.
I've never.
They have them in the
That's
South.
crazy.
Yeah, they have them
They
in
have
the
them in New
South.
Orleans. They don't have a drive-through liquor store in Texas, but I think they have like a drive-through like
They do have a daiquiri place though.
yeah,
You
like a
can drive
drive-through
through,
daiquiri
yeah.
place.
Never. I mean, I've been to the South. I've been to New Orleans. Never. That's crazy.
No, you can just
We from road drinking and driving over here. That's what they said.
Because that's kind of what it's giving a little
No,
bit.
because if I'm gonna order stuff, imagine it's just you in the car. Hey, can you give me a?
no, literally.
I know you're about to go take a couple sips of this thing,
Right. And there's Sonics every fucking where. So my cousin
yeah.
went to Sonic and then went through the drive-through liquor store and then poured her into the slushie. And I was like, yeah,
That's how it be.
yeah, exactly.
Wow. Yeah, I need to get my traveling up. Hold on. Let me
Right.
Get it up, baby.
Let me come back next year talking about I went to Siberia and I pet a tiger.
I pet a tiger.
Go from 0 to 10.
Yeah.
real quick.
Take it there.
But let's go ahead. Let's get into For the Bird, shall we?
Yeah.
They sound healthy today, girl.
Yeah. They
It's
know August
because
is
I'm our
here.
guest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're like, hey.
Who's that?
Right.
But yeah, For the Birds, it's the part of the show where we go look at Twitter, we see what's popping, what's going on, and we talk about it. Now, we're kind of trying to keep the whole vibe of the show very travel focused. So I want to talk about something very important.
Oh.
We all know Manifest Destiny, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
But I want to talk about the Miami Fest Destiny.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if y'all know of this phenomenon.
No, I don't.
Okay. But apparently, if you go to Miami with a group of friends, you will come back with no friends.
Okay, that's what they're calling them. Okay, yes, I've heard of such a thing.
That's what I'm
I have.
calling it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I did.
So
okay.
do you guys believe in this? Like if you take a group trip somewhere that like you're less likely to come back as friends? And also, have y'all taken a group trip to Miami and how did you return from that trip?
unscathed, probably. I've never been.
I've never been.
No, I have. I also have not been to Miami. So
Yes, I've been. I've been, but unfortunately not with a group of friends. So
we gotta test that out.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, no, the closest I would say was a few of us went to Orlando.
Okay.
A group of us, yeah. It was a group of friends. We went to Orlando to the Harry Potter.
Yeah,
the whole world.
Yeah.
oh my god,
It was incredible, and we are still very much friends. So
See?
maybe it's something about Harry Potter and
the camaraderie in the community of it all.
It's Orlando, which is not Miami. You know, Miami's a much different
That's
energy.
a different place.
But
yeah.
How was your time in Miami, though?
I love Miami. We did. I remember doing a. Have you heard of the duck boats?
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Amazing. No, it was fun.
I did one in Boston.
I did one in Boston. I did one in Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. I love them. It was great.
Okay.
It was. I'm
you
a
go
huge
from
fan.
land to sea, baby.
Yeah, like a duck.
It's fun.
Like a duck.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, I love Miami. I need to go back as like an adult. You know what I mean? Like I went a bunch of times as a kid, as an ickle youth. And I need to return as an adult with some friends and let's test it.
Right.
Let's test
I kind of
it.
want to test the theory. Like,
Yeah.
I want my first friend group trip.
But
Let's
like
go to
the
Miami.
thing is, I want people that I'm not necessarily close with, just in case we do fall out.
Yeah.
And I don't miss them. You know what I
You
mean?
know, you like, you know what?
That's
It was all good anyway.
Right.
Right.
Damn.
Like I don't think I can go with you guys, just in case. So I can go and test the theory with other people, and then we can go. If it,
If you come back and you're like, it's good,
yeah,
then we can go.
Then we can go. Absolutely.
But if not,
We ain't
we'll
gonna.
go separately and we'll just reminisce.
Thinking
Now, that's
about
kinda-
going to Miami.
That's kind of hilarious. Instead of because you don't want your friend group to break up, so everybody has to go separately.
And then we'll come back. Hey, how was your trip? Oh, it was great.
It was great, girl. I saw you at the bar dancing. Yeah.
I can't wait until August goes on his Miami trip with the people who he's not so close to and they hear this episode.
They gonna be like, no, why you invited me?
So this is where I fall in the tier of friendship.
Right. Now that I know, it's time to go.
How will I know?
This is very
Why you
true.
invited me to Miami? How will I know? You really friends with me?
I've never
Poetry.
I have never been on a group trip with friends where I fell out with all
Right.
my friends.
Me either.
Me neither.
I've had
That's good.
great experiences every time. I think maybe the one time where I fell out with people was whenever I went to Ghana. And it
Whole
was
other
Not in the
continent and
homeland.
country.
right. And
The motherland.
In the motherland, honey, right in West Africa in the heat of July in Ghana for a whole month. And yes, I fell out with all the men on the trip.
Oh,
And
Yikes.
some of the women on the trip too.
goodness.
But I was cool with Saran. Baby,
Right.
that was my one person. I was like, as long as I'm cool with you. It was Saran, it was Stacy, it was Mykea. Yeah.
Well,
and
hell.
Aisha too.
Aisha.
And that was it.
Damn.
What were you in Ghana for?
Study abroad.
Right.
I took a class out there. It was a very fun study abroad trip. Very not your usual study abroad because I had a teacher who we went with, like the person who came from our school with us, who we went with. He just didn't really care much about what we did as long as we made it to the bus the next day. So there was not any like, you can't do this. It was literally like, I don't care what you do, make it to the bus the next day. That's not
That's
the best
fair,
thing to tell people.
But not good.
Whole other country, continent.
No, not the best.
No one's 21 yet.
No one was
No
21.
one is 21
How long
yet.
were you there?
I was there for a month.
Oh,
That's crazy.
to fall out with people so far away.
No, right? We're not even at home.
I fell with him. I fell out with them at the Coconut Grove Resort.
He knows the place.
Baby, it was because of air conditioning.
No.
It's something about heat. Something about heat
The
brings
heat,
the worst out of people
the heat.
sometimes.
Baby,
It does.
Must have been out of his fucking mind. Anyway, yes, that's my only fallout with friend on the trip. So I'll contribute that.
Well, damn.
Shit.
Don't go to Ghana.
Don't touch the AC.
Go to Ghana, just don't go.
Don't go to
touch
big ass
the
group.
AC.
Don't go with a big ass group.
That's all I got for the birds. Just kept it real short, sweet, simple. Let's go ahead and pay some things dust. Okay, like I said, we're keeping it all travel related. So, before I pay it dust, usually we just talk about things that, had us messed up, fucked up, upset from the week. But the Pay of Dust this week has a more specific question. And that question is, what is one of your pet peeves when it comes to traveling? This could be individual, group, whatever. Any pet peeve.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm trying to think of a lot of things irritate me in the airport. Right, the airport is not my highlight of travel ever. I don't like being difficult at the airport. I just want to get to my destination. But maybe I guess just a pet peeve about traveling is whenever people are on me. Like, so if someone falls asleep, they fall asleep on me, because then I'd be like, all right, like, you gotta get off of me. Another thing is I hate, if we're traveling with me, here we go. If we're traveling, this is the pet peeve.
Okay.
If we are traveling as a group of people,
Yes.
we're all together to have a good time.
Right.
Everyone is expected to have a said good time. And if you cannot have a good time / maybe may not have the funds to have the good time that we are all looking to have, it's okay. Participate in some things. Don't come to everything and then complain about how much stuff costs. Because there are people like that who'd be like, man, we paid this for this and this for that.
Sure did.
If you want
the point.
that's the whole point.
point.
There's no budget right now, honey.
Right.
We're traveling. You can get home.
Walking on air.
Right. You get home and you think about, okay, damn, maybe I shouldn't have spent that much money.
But guess what?
You
had a
had
good
fun.
fucking time.
So that's my biggest thing. Like, people who want a penny pinch while traveling, I cannot travel with you.
That's real. I'm with that.
Damn, that is real. Shit.
Okay, so let's see, a pet peeve. I would have to say, well, now when you're traveling with me, in one of my curated trips. Now I've done a few, and this is how I've traveled with other people. Like my grandmother travels with big groups. She organizes the trip, and I've learned a thing or two from her. Okay.
Okay.
So when you're traveling with me, I'm gonna take last year, my birthday. I went to Dubai. 7 days. I handled everything. I handled what we were doing. It's my birthday, right? You're coming to
Makes sense.
celebrate with me. I don't want to do. No, luckily nobody on this trip did this. So everybody, nobody. I'm not talking about anyone specific. I planned hotel. I planned transportation. I planned what we're doing, the excursions. I handled all of it. They sent me the money for the excursions. They booked I told them what they're responsible for, which was their flight. They gave me the money for everything else. I booked the rooms. I booked the excursions. Everything was completely handled. Do not ask me what we're doing. Do we have time for this? Can we change this? Can we do? The thing is, it's done. I did it all. I did it all.
In stone.
You don't need to ask me. Just know that we're going to have a great time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have a great. It's me.
Right.
What can I say about traveling with
Exactly.
me? It's going to be a great time. Do not hound me, and do not try to infiltrate the plans or perpetrate your other agendas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'll let you know. You know what? We got time on Thursday night at 7:00. We're done with the. What did we do? We went skiing. We went indoor skiing in Dubai. Okay,
hey.
We're gonna be done with that, and we have at 4, and we have dinner plans at 8. There's a window there. You found something that you want to do?
Go ahead.
But at 8 o'clock?
But don't
Right.
Don't bombard the plans with the. You know what I mean? I got something going on here.
Yeah, you out here doing side quests.
Right.
Reel it in.
Right.
I've curated this whole entire experience to be special and intimate for me for my birthday with the people who I love. So if you want to find something to do, dip out in the pockets, baby.
Right.
From
Absolutely.
here to here, we have a gap. What you gonna do?
Absolutely. Utilize it. Find it.
But
Work
make
it
sure
out.
you make it
Right.
to where you need to be.
And here's the thing. If you say, you know what, you planned a trip, forget it. I don't want to do any of those things. Cool. It's not refundable. Don't come looking at me. Don't come looking at me for your money back. But you know.
Well, yeah, I did want to do, but I got sick at the beginning, and then the dinner, and then the skiing, and I just,
That's so
I didn't even participate. Okay.
That's unfortunate for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
My pet peeve is going to be, and I know this is going to sound really funny coming from me of all people, but when I travel, I don't play about this. Being on time.
No, that's true.
I I know. That's why I'm like, I know it's gonna sound funny coming from me because I'm the latest I would be the last of the last of the last to walk into a place. But when it's time to travel and we need to get on a flight, I'm not missing nobody's flight. I'm not catching no standby, no second plane. No, we gotta no. Don't do that with me. Because people, they be getting real comfortable. I got TSA pre-check. I'll just get there 20 minutes before my flight. Okay, and when you miss it, and I have to miss it because of you, we're gonna fight in the
Hold on. Yeah, we gotta stop right there. We gotta stop right there. I ain't missing nothing. Because,
exactly. I'm like, I'm gonna.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing. These things are booked. These things are paid for. Mm-hmm. You work it out. You want to work on your time?
I'm gonna be there.
It out. Yeah.
People that be pushing the limit, pushing it to the limit. And another thing that I cannot stand is when somebody leaves something that was really important back at their house while we're on the trip. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I left my charger. Oh my God, I left my lotion. I left my this. I left my that. Like, just like important things or just like little small things. And it's like, bitch, you've been knowing you was coming on this trip for weeks, months probably. You mean to tell me you couldn't just double go over everything, make sure you have everything? And another thing that I hate is when people not only leave something at their house on the trip, but they leave from the trip and leave shit there too.
Oh, yeah.
So annoying. I hate that. Like, please keep up with your things. I cannot stand that. Mm-hmm. Keep up with your shit. Thank you.
I've lost one thing traveling. And I think and it was my ID.
Oh,
and I lost it in an airport. I lost it in an airport. I wasn't 21 yet, but I was going to Syracuse for for a graduation, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lost my ID. Had to get my passport overnighted to where I was because I wasn't going to have any form of identification. So
snatched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but typically I don't leave things.
Lordy. What about you, Nika?
I guess when someone is out of tune with the fact that we're supposed to be on a trip, like they're on the phone, or if they're in a relationship, they're constantly like bickering or whatever with them, and it's just like, we're supposed to be forgetting that we even have those people.
Not forget we have those people.
Just for a little bit.
Nika, when I travel, I'm single.
A little vacation. Not single, but I'm with my friends. I'm with my be in the moment with your friends.
Yeah.
Not single, but like, unless you're about that, but
just be here right now.
Right. Just be here with us, with your friends, with your people. And sometimes it just gets like, where is so and so? Like every second, where is so and so? Where? What the? We're supposed to be zip lining. Like, we're next in line. They're over here in the back corner trying to do something. Mm-hmm. And then something might happen because they're on their phone or something, and they're like, my phone, it fell in the waterfall that we were climbing up. Well, maybe you should have been putting it away and looking at the view.
Yeah. That happens. I don't like when people are excessively on their phone traveling, but I also don't like that in any instance whenever I'm hanging out with you. If we're hanging and we're talking and we're not on our phone.
Communicating together.
Whether I'm at the crib, whether we're watching a movie, whether we're watching a show, I don't care. Point is,
be in the moment.
Be in the moment. Be with your friends.
Don't be removed.
Do not think about, if there's bullshit going on at home or whatever, guess what? That's why you're on a trip right now. Because that shit don't fucking matter. You can do it when you come back, because guess what? It's still going to be there, whether you're on this trip or not.
And will be.
Let the bygones be by and gone.
Give it to God.
Let's get to our shining moments. I know this is the part we talk about all the good things, the great things, the stuff we want to praise, stuff that made us happy this week. Yeah. And it's travel focus. Okay, hey. So my question for our shining moment this week is, what is one traveling experience that you will never forget? It has to be something positive.
Oh,
okay. Thank you.
Positive, right? No, literally. I was like, ooh, I got one. I was
something
like,
positive.
I guess I'll just go with something that is kind of recent.
Okay.
Which is going to New York with Frenchie and Nika.
Yes.
Whenever I tell you a time was had,
Gosh darn.
I don't think we got to the hotel any day before 6 a.m.
We came in the hotel and that man was asking if we wanted a doggy bag with the breakfast in it because it was COVID, right? They weren't cooking in the kitchen.
They weren't.
They said, you want an apple and some yogurt? We were like, yeah, we'll take it to the room and go to sleep.
And that man saw us come in every single morning at 6 a.m., sometimes 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Whenever I tell you we had a time, I mean, we laughed, we drank, we partied, we ate, we had good food, we had emotional moments. Everything was just...
It was so amazing.
Yeah.
Almost died.
Oh my God.
Almost died.
We were hydroplaning.
I'm sorry, we're supposed to keep this positive. But
Okay.
we almost
died.
almost didn't make it back.
I wasn't invited.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
for our birthday festivity for one of our other friends.
Oh,
But
that didn't make it any better. What you just said.
Oh,
He's about to take us off of his travel list.
don't take us off the trip. Keep us on the travel
we
list.
wanna
Because
be in your curated-
I do send them my birthday invitation.
Yeah.
Every
it does.
year. Whether they come or not, but I send it to them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, and now my what's this called? Shining moment.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with something recent too, just because I've got so many going in my head right now. I went to Phoenix because my aunt and my family lives in Phoenix, and this was a month ago. My aunt loves Janet Jackson.
Ooh.
Hey.
For Christmas, I sent her an email on Christmas Day, Christmas morning, that said, "You and me, June 7th, Janet Jackson."
Oh, I remember you tweeting about
And
that.
she freaked out.
Oh, that's amazing.
It honestly was one of like just a highlight of life. You know what I mean? Being able to pull that off for someone that you really love. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's a thing. So it was just the two of us, and we had the time of our lives. And I know it's just Phoenix. Everyone's like, "You've been around the world." Phoenix, yes.
Yes.
But here's what. Not only was it like it went off without a hitch, it was perfect. She was happy. I was happy. Janet was amazing. Janet's on stage doing Rhythm Nation. The show is about to end. Rhythm Nation's like the end, and then there's the encore song. You know what I mean? Okay,
Yeah.
so Rhythm Nation's happening. I look over, and there's a bald man coming, and it's dark. You know it's dark. I just see a bald head coming towards me, and I'm like, he's not coming towards me. Why would he be coming towards me? I look up again, and he's standing right here. And I'm like, hello. I can't, like I said, I can't see his face. I just see head. I see shiny bald head.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have been watching you have a great time. I just need to come over here. My name is Randy Jackson. And I said,
Dog.
Dog.
I said, I'm sorry, what?
No, the brother Randy, not that Randy.
Yes, brother Randy Jackson.
Baby,
5,
you know
Randy.
mine. I went straight to dog.
Jackson 5 Randy.
Yeah.
Okay. So he sticks out his hand, and I immediately was just like, I'm hugging
Yes.
you, right? So
Yes.
I hugged him, and he said, "Is this your mom?" I was like, "Pretty much, yes, my aunt." And she actually, when she was 16, got the opportunity to work on the Jackson 5's last album, Triumphant.
Oh, wow.
She was in the studio doing a bunch of different things for them.
What a great
And
album.
so she shook his hand, but then pulled him like, "I need to talk to you." And so he was like, she was saying to him like, "I was 16 when I met you for the first time," and it was at the same time Randy got into a really bad accident, and it was bad. And she said that was my first time I remember ever praying for someone to get better, and I'm so glad that you're great. And like he even was like,
Oh my
you know what
God.
I mean? Like it was a moment. And so then he started to walk away. I said, "Wait, Randy Jackson, hold on." I said, "Stop." I said, "What made you stop here? Like all these people," and he had to go out of his way to come to
Right.
us. I said, "What made you stop here?" He said, "I just been watching you. I just needed to come say hi." And I was like,
That is just too sweet.
and I will say he probably saw right before Rhythm Nation, Scream by Michael and Janet. She
Yeah.
did Scream. And that's one of my favorite songs of all time. So I lost my mind.
Yeah.
He had seen me lose my mind. And
Beautiful.
he came over to make sure that I was okay. That's what it was, 'cause I was
Are you
gone.
good?
Yeah.
Barely.
Oh my
It was great.
God,
it was
I
a
love
moment. I'm like
that.
teary eyed, and we're like sitting there looking at each other, and he's walking away, and Janet's on stage like, "We are apart," and it was
Yes.
everything is happening so fast. It was So that was last month.
That's
Oh my
beautiful.
God, that's
wow.
Great time.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Ooh.
powerful.
That just felt so nice
Right.
to
Ooh.
hear it even.
Fancy.
Oh, wow.
How the universe does it, okay?
Man.
You know? One travel experience for me will be that, was this last year? Yes, it was. Last year, I went to, last year I traveled
A lot.
a lot, actually. And that was like my first time traveling. Like I went to New York with y'all like the year before that, like late that year. Then I went to New York again and I saw snow come from the sky for the first time.
And you were freezing.
I was freezing. I couldn't believe it. And then I went, one of my favorites though was when I went down to Kansas City and I went to this place called Casey's Barbecue, and it's like all black people run it. And I had the best barbecue I had in my entire life. I could not believe how good it was. I think about it every day. Every day.
Please, Casey's.
Okay, I love Casey's. And then I also went down to Houston and Waco and Austin, and I had like some of the best food I've ever had out there. There was this place called Fuego down in Waco. Oh, that kind of rhymed. Over by Baylor, and oh my god, I had the best Mexican food I've ever had. Oh, I just had a good time. And another good one, not food related, is when Watch the Throne came out. Me and my sister and my aunt and stuff, like we went down to Vegas to go see them at, I think what was the T-Mobile Center at that time. We went to go see them perform, and they did Niggas in Paris 6 times in a row. And that was the most insane thing I've ever seen and ever been a part of. And
amazing.
Ooh, just such a great moment. I can't believe like I got to experience that. So yeah, those are mine. Food and concert.
Beautiful.
Marvelous. Mine's from this year because I traveled at the beginning of this year. Dang. It's a long year already.
I know.
Ain't it?
I'm like, that was last year. I'm like, no, we went to Oregon this year, you dumb bitch.
Why did you think about yourself in such a manner?
You're right.
Lift yourself up.
But one of mine is, okay, I went to Oregon for the first time with Wes over here. And I don't know, like we were not there long, but we were like, we want to go see this artist. It was Durand. And we were like, okay, let's go see them over here in Oregon. We went. And let me tell you something. Freaking McCormick and Schmitz's.
It was McCormick and Schmitz. And it was like, what
the
was
seasoning people?
Yeah. No. Yes.
No.
Yes. No. Yes and no.
But
I think
McCormick and Schmitz they have a restaurant.
I think it's called Rick's. I looked it up. Yeah, I think it's called Rick's, and it's by them. And we went high, and we had steak.
You went, you went hot. Like
we went.
Not called Jake's
We
Grill.
were hot. Jake's
Jake's
not
Grill.
like
Jake's Grill.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. We went there, and we were high, and everything was so great. And this white lady kept looking at us because we were having the
time of our lives.
Remember the time of our life? And then
I cannot.
Wes, he got surf and turf, so he has a little lobster tail. And it was gone. It was gone. He's just scraping whatever meat he can find at the bottom of the tail. It was such an amazing time. And then the bread pudding.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't. I think about every day the way that Frenchie thinks about that barbecue, because that shit.
And I met a cat across the street.
Oh,
okay.
Of course you did.
You met a feline.
A feline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oregon treated us good.
It did. I loved Oregon.
I do enjoy a little Portland in my life.
Well, baby,
Portland.
come on back with
Yeah, let's go all together now.
I'll go to Portland.
That was nice.
All together now.
Turn up.
Okay. August said hell
no.
no.
I mean, no. I said yes. I said absolutely. I do
do.
want to go to Portland with you guys. I would like to go to New York with you guys, apparently. But
Oh
yeah.
we can do that.
We gotta do both.
But I'm not saying no to anything. I always tell people whatever you want to do, let me know.
Okay,
and
put
I
it
will
together.
be
We'll be
there.
right there.
You want me to put it together?
No, I'll put it together.
Now, see, that's crazy.
Didn't
Is he really going to put it together?
It just
I'm
got
just
a little
kidding. No,
crazy.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll put it together. I enjoy putting trips together, so I'll do that. No problem. And I won't even charge you guys. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit!
I'll give you some money.
Right.
Well, we are in a portion of the show where now we're going to focus on you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's all about
It's all about
you.
August. We want to learn about you and your experiences whenever it comes to travel. Tell the people your name. Tell the people where you're from.
My name is August Anthony Allen. Hi. I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. I live now in Los Angeles. I've been here for, what is this, 2023? 13 years. Yep. In a month, it'll be 13 years. And I've been traveling since I was 6 months old. I was on my first flight at 6 months old. I went to Chicago.
Oh, that's so precious.
And that brings me to my first question, which was what/who inspired this bug of travel in you?
Ooh.
I was raised by a traveling family. Like it was my whole life. It's been our whole life. Mainly my grandmother. She's a lot of things. She has a lot of hats, a lot of titles. One of them is travel agent.
Okay.
And she, like I said, I learned a lot from her, how to put things together, how to communicate with people in another country on getting group rates and getting the best deal and getting the most bang for your buck. And like I said, I'm now a travel agent because of her, actually.
Okay.
So I would give the biggest piece of that to my grandmother, but I was also raised in like a traveling family.
Beautiful.
Well, I know that your first trip that you just mentioned was Chicago, 6 months old, right? What's the first one that you remember? Like the one that, because I mean, unless you remember the 6-month-old one, then baby, take it away.
That would be crazy.
Okay.
You was a super baby.
For real.
I remember being 4, going to Hawaii for the first time.
Okay.
It was for my brother's, I want to say his 12th birthday. And like I said, I was 4 years old. It was our first like big, I want to say family vacation like that. You know what I mean? Like we were in I was born and raised in Las Vegas, but we did a lot of trips to Los Angeles because my whole family's in Los Angeles.
Right.
And that kind of stuff, like local family stuff. But the first one that I remember, the big trip was Hawaii. And that was incredible. I still stumble across pictures I haven't seen to this day every once in a while. Yeah.
If y'all have never seen a baby picture of August,
Precious.
cutest baby with the most hair in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God.
A lion's mane, right?
I was born like this.
Okay, because look at it. It's still here, still flourishing.
Yes.
So much hair. I know that whenever it comes to countries, do you know the number of countries and the number of states you've been to?
Completely. This was not planned. I did not do this for the sake of this show. But today someone asked me.
Look at that alignment.
So if I'm not mistaken, if I still have it, it was 26 states.
Okay.
It's half. That's half.
Yeah.
That's how you've done things.
And 32 countries.
Ooh. Damn.
32 countries. So I have an app. It's called Marco Travel, I believe. And you can go in there and put in the countries you've been to, the dates that you went there, everything. And it even tells you a percentage of how much of the world you've been to. Now, I feel like I've been...
That's really cool.
That's
I've
amazing.
scratched off some things. I feel like I've been around. I've only been to 11% of the world.
Damn.
32 countries, 11% of the world.
crazy.
So
There's just so much out there.
There's
There
so
is.
much out there to see. Wow.
And it's kind of amazing to know that when you hear people say things like in that magnitude and those numbers, you're always like, wow, that's amazing. Will I ever do that? Will I be able to do that? And then to just know that that's only 11%.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
yeah.
That's really
this
cool.
is an app.
Oh yeah, I like how they highlight it for you,
Right.
so
on
you
the
can
map.
see.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
And you can, like I said, you can
like
put in the
that.
dates that you were there, the city. Like you can get in there. It's really cool.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfection.
That's beautiful.
Marco Travel.
Okay. Do you have a favorite place? Out of all the places on this app, what was your favorite? Do you have one?
I can't pick one. I can't pick one.
Give me a top
I can
three.
give you a okay, top three.
Top 3.
I love Egypt. I love Egypt. I love the food. I love the energy. I love the people. I love Egypt. They think that I'm one of them.
I know they do.
They come up to me and they start speaking Arabic, and I'm like, English? They're like, oh, sorry, I thought you were my cousin. And then seriously, like I'll go shopping out there. They're like, brother, here, come in, tell me my store. I'm like, oh, sorry. I love it. I'm gonna learn Arabic and totally fool them all one day.
No, that would be great. You should.
They're gonna be talking. You gonna talk about it? Like,
Hold on.
my cousin.
Egypt. I loved Bali. I can go back to Bali right now. I love Dubai. Dubai is just, think of over the top.
Yeah.
And then put it all in
No,
one
I
place.
believe you.
And then put it in one place. Everything they focused on what's the biggest tower, what's the biggest Ferris wheel, what's the biggest amusement park, what's the biggest. Okay, great. we're gonna beat all of that.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're
better.
gonna make everything.
Just grandiose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I always hear that about Dubai too.
Yeah.
Anyone who I know who's gone who said they love it.
I love it. I love it. And
Yeah.
it's just, it's nothing that you can like conceptualize. You know what I mean? Like you have to
Right.
get there and see and feel, and it's hot as hell. Oh my God. I went for my birthday last year, and my grandmother, who's been many times, I said, let's go to Dubai for my birthday. She said, no. This was a few years ago. This is like 5-6 years ago. She said, no. I said, why not? She said, we can go, but not for your birthday. It's too damn hot. That's what she told me. I said, no, but so then I kind of snuck and went without her. And she was like, that's fine. She said, I wasn't going for your birthday. So, yeah.
Desert.
Tell me in January.
Yeah. Right. No, yeah. The best time is like September to January, something like that. There's an outdoor festival that I really wanted to go to. I think it's called All Worlds Festival, something like that. And it's an outdoor, think amusement park, not rides, but amusement park. So they have every country you go through, and it's like America, China, Egypt.
Like a World Fair
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
And once you go in, the food, the shopping, everything is in there. Everything from that country is in there. I wanted to go, but it's outdoors. So from in the summertime,
Oh, yeah,
they
shit.
shut the whole thing down. So it's only open, I want to say, from October to April. So I will be back.
Okay.
I'm here for that.
Right.
So we talked about your favorite place you've traveled to / where you want to go, but obviously let's get to the overarching theme of money, right? Money is a thing that you need to travel.
Yes.
It is.
Need the funds to have fun.
How do you've been on so many countries and so many trips. How do you budget whenever it comes to you as well as groups? Because you said you've done both. You travel with you and you travel with groups.
Yes.
How and what's the best way to budget?
I would say if you're able, this is not even about travel. This is just an adult trick that I got from one of my aunts years ago. Mm-hmm. If you are able, put 35% of your paycheck away and don't touch it. Just put it away. Not even for travel. Like that's just a life thing. Just put it away. If you can. If you can't, pick a percentage that works for you, if you're able, and put it away and don't touch it. In no time, you'll have something. And traveling is not, I cannot stress this enough. It's not as expensive as people make it out to be. People think that I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it's not. Some people think that
it's not unreachable.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people think that in order to get my dream vacation, I need to save $10,000. I'm like, I can do Hawaii for $600. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've done, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to think about what it is that you want to do, what's really important for the trip itself. Do you need a balcony? Do you need a balcony? Like, you know what I mean? Like seriously, like I'm more about the places. Now I'm not one of those people that's like the hotel is just a place to stay. No. I'm
Right?
No.
Hostels.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Younger. I'm talking 19, 20, 21 when the money wasn't all there.
Yeah, right.
I've done that's just a place to sleep. And I learned.
So much more than that.
So I'll spend some money on a hotel. Now, I don't need the $2,000 a night room. Mm-hmm. I don't need all that.
Right.
But I still want to have a nice place, a clean place, nice place.
I kind of want to hear what turned you off to the
hostel.
the hostel.
I've never done a
You
hostel.
learned.
I've never done a hostel, but I have done. Oh, okay, all right.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say where I was, but
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
I was by myself. I went somewhere by myself a few years ago. About 5 years ago. And the room had, I want to say, termites. Either termites or mosquitoes. Something was flying. I can't remember now. I think it was termites. And so I let the front desk know, what are we gonna do? Like, that's crazy. They said, yeah, we'll get someone up there to spray. I was gonna leave for the day, right? Mm-hmm. I came back, and now are there dead bug bodies as well as fumes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I went to the front desk. I was like, so what do you want me to do? Like, do I open the window? They were like, yeah, right. I said, I can't breathe this stuff in. They were like, you can open the window, but more bugs might show up. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, opposite.
This hotel, I was in this hotel for 2 nights, and I want to say it was $100 a night, which is great for where I was, the location, but we learned. we're gonna spend a little bit more money.
Yeah.
It's necessary. It's necessary.
Yes.
Comfort is something that you want to pay for. On a vacation, on a trip, you know what I mean?
Comfort and convenience.
Taking care of yourself, comfort and convenience. I'm saying spend the extra money. If you... Yeah, I'm going to say spend the extra money.
Just spend it.
I'm just saying, like, save up for your trip. And if you start small, start small. People want to travel. They say it's too expensive. Start on one trip a year and focus on that. Focus on saving. Focus on that. And go big. Go as big as you can on that one trip and then see how that feels. And then you'll start to, that's what happened to one of my best friends. Can I shout someone out?
Yeah. Go ahead.
My baby Chanel.
Chanel.
Let me tell you. At first she said, oh, what you do is you do a lot. It's too expensive. She managed to make something happen one time. I think it was a cruise. She came on one of my family cruises and I haven't been able to get rid of her. She said, by any means.
Yeah.
By any means, I'm going to make this work. Because it's, what am I saying? You know what I mean? It's like, it's either make the money and save the money and spend it because that's a priority. It's just, that's what it is. It's a priority thing. Everyone has priorities. Everyone has things that they want. Let's say in your budget, I'm just going to use you. This is not real, but I'm just going to use you. In your budget, there's weekly, you want to go out to a 5-star restaurant and you want to, what's another thing that someone likes to do? Just someone.
Maybe like go to the bar.
Go to the bar, go to the movies. You have things that you prioritize on your weekly, your day-to-day, your monthly. You have things that you prioritize. I prioritize traveling. You know what I mean? That's just where, and I know my spending limits. Okay, so you have your groceries, you have your rent, you have your whatever. You do all that, but then you also have to know this is a thing that I'm doing as well. You just have that money saved for something else, and it's just that. It's the same thing that everyone else does. I hear people talking about, I remember one time one of my coworkers was saying weed is a bill because she smoked a lot of weed. Great, do your thing. She said that's a bill within itself. If you realize traveling is the exact same thing, you know what I mean? Instead of, I don't know how much weed is, I don't smoke, but let's say instead of spending, it's a bill. It's a bill. Yeah. Traveling is a bill. You just prioritize whatever you want to prioritize. And that's the only way that it can really be done, I think, unless you're multimillionaire,
Yeah.
True.
No, you do what you want.
You don't care. Money is not our shit.
No.
Right. So,
and do you feel like, I know that when people travel, they obviously like, oh, like whenever you're traveling, like just put everything on the credit card and then pay it back. Or, oh, no, use your debit. Use the money that you actually have there. Or, oh, carry this much amount of cash. What do you think is the best way to pay for?
It depends on the country.
Okay.
Depends on the country. Some countries are cash. Like, there's no way around that. Egypt is not a credit card place.
Yeah.
I go to Egypt. I try to go to Egypt once a year. That is, you need to have, you bring your US dollars, you convert it into Egyptian pounds, and you use that. I'll go out there for 7 days to a week. 7 days to 10 days, somewhere in between there. And I'll go out there. Like I said, I've been so many times. I know how to gauge it. I know I'm not probably my next trip will be my 7th trip. I know I don't need a souvenir shop. You know what I mean? So I won't take as much as I have in the past. And then there are some places like China. China is a shopping place.
Yeah.
That is a shopping country. I might take $1,000 cash with me there because I know I'm going to go spend. Now, places where I know I can use Europe, I can use my credit card there. They love, in Europe, before the tap was big here, the credit card tap, they tapped out. Let me tell you. Europe was a tap place. So that's a credit card place. I would recommend, it depends because some people don't have credit card control. You know what I mean? So I would say if you don't have control, use your debit card. If you can trust yourself, use your credit card because I have cards. I specifically got credit cards that worked in other countries. I don't have to, some credit cards will charge you extra.
For out of country.
Yes. I specifically only get credit cards that I can use just in case. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen. The hotels, you don't know.
Yeah.
So I specifically got credit cards with that feature that also give me points when I travel.
Yes.
So it just keeps going. It just keeps on going.
It makes it worth it, though.
Absolutely.
It really does.
That's the other thing about money that I want to say. Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't mean to yell. If you can be trusted with a credit card, let me preface it. If you can be trusted with a credit card, get a credit card that gives you points for everything, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I have one that every time I get gas or eat out or book travel, they give me triple points. You need gas, right?
Yeah.
You need gas.
Right.
$50 at the gas station is 150 travel points. Get your necessities by no time. You can at least get a free night,
Right.
get a flight. You can do something.
Yeah.
You can do something. And I'm saying if you pay your everything with that, and you can be trusted. Necessities only.
Know yourself.
Know
Know your
yourself.
limits. Know your control. Some of you. But yeah, put your phone bill on there. If you can do your rent, some people can do rent on a credit card. Get your groceries, get your gas, all those points. I'm telling you, you'll look up and be like, oh, wow. That's what happened the other day. I don't even have my flight home for my birthday trip in a month, right? Didn't know what I was going to do. My brother, shout out to my brother. He works for an airline. I appreciate you, homie, because he gives me his benefits. Okay?
Ooh.
Hey.
That's another perk. If you can come up with someone who has flight benefits. Okay.
Because they don't be playing about them. They be like,
No,
do I know
let
you
me tell
like
you.
that?
You're not really my friend, so I don't know.
I was trying to decide when I come home, am I going to use a pass, one of his benefits, or should I use points? Let me just see how many points I have. I've been using that credit card. It's going to be points. Absolutely.
Using points this time.
Nice.
And then that's also good because you mentioned that your grandma is it's a travel agent and you yourself are a travel agent. So market yourself. But do you recommend someone who maybe isn't as well versed in travel get a travel agent?
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know some people, I have a friend who will hit me if it's a trip that we're going on together and I say, I booked everything, but you have to get your own flight. I'll say that. I'll say that in the invite. You're responsible for your own flight. She'll text me on the side and say, I don't want to be responsible for my own flight. And so I have to go get hers. If you are that kind of person where the travel searches stress you out and you some people can't do it. I'd love to do it. Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because like I said, there are people like me who have an eye, I also have a gift.
Talk about it.
Come on.
Travel agent, hit me up. I have a gift. Sometimes I'll be looking for a flight and it's like the prices are crazy and the times are crazy and I'll just say, not today. I still am going to go on the trip, but I'm not booking anything today because this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'll close the laptop and I'll put it away. And a couple days will go by, maybe a week, maybe two. And I'll just hear it and it'll say, check it now. Check it now. And it's very serious about that. Check it now. And I'll check it now, and it dropped $300, and the time worked out.
That's a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
I have gifts.
Oh,
That is a
man.
gift. But it's one of those things where whenever you're in practice and you travel so much, your body is like, we have a sixth sense. Like,
Right.
we know what's
The
going
ticket
on.
whisperer.
Yes.
Very much so.
I like that. How you get that?
Coach me.
It just comes with the territory.
Yes. Now, since you are so well traveled, my question for you was how do you pick where to go? Like, do you look at things like safety, culture, or just things to do? Like, how do you pick
I'm
where
going to be
go?
safe wherever I go.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
I'm going to go, and I'm going to come home.
Yes.
For sure.
In one piece, no scratches.
Yeah.
No theft,
Exactly.
I'm going to be safe. Everywhere I am is going to be a great time. That's first. You got to know that. You got to believe that. You got to hold that. And it can't be a question. It can't be I'm going to be safe. No.
Right.
You're going
to be safe. And I'm going to have a good time. Two things that are set in stone. It's not going to change. How do I pick a place? It's always my birthday because usually the other trips are family things, and I'll just something more like an invite. Like, here, this is what we're doing. You want to go? Send the money. Cool. My birthday is the one that's kind of up to me the most, And how do I pick? I always try to go somewhere I've never been.
Okay.
Try to.
Yeah.
There was 1 year where I wanted to go to Niagara Falls, which is New York, Canada. So we spent a lot of time that day, my birthday, in Canada. And then once you do Niagara Falls, there's not much else.
Right. Just the
So
fall.
we spent the rest of the week in New York City.
Okay.
Been in New York City a million times, but it's one of my favorite places on earth. So I was happy to do that. So that's what I mean. I try to do something. This year, I'm planning Jamaica. Been to Jamaica on a cruise, which is different because a cruise, you're there for about 5 to 9 hours, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
We went to Ocho Rios. So technically, I have been to Jamaica. I set foot on the island. But this birthday, I'm going to be spending it in Montego Bay, which is a different place. Never been. Very excited. So that's the basis. I start with where have I not been? And then also, what's the weather like?
Oh, yeah.
Very important.
What's the weather
That-
like?
yeah.
My birthday is a tricky time of year. August is, you would think August is summertime. Not for everybody.
It's not even like it's hurricane season.
And,
Right.
Yes.
Literally.
A lot of the Caribbean is hurricane season. So that takes a lot of the Caribbean out. I was able to do Aruba because it's just outside of the hurricane belt. I was thinking about, I've never been to Thailand. High on my list. I want to go so bad. August has 31 days. Thailand rains 21 of the 31 days
Jeez.
of August.
Jeez.
And after the year that we've had here in Los Angeles, I said that's
No way. There's no way in hell.
Okay, the most rainy,
Rainiest shit.
not happening. So Thailand will be probably in December.
Fun.
Ooh, that's so nice. Thailand is like one of the places like
Yeah.
I really want.
I really want
So you guys are coming to Thailand?
In December?
That's my birthday. My birthday's in
That is- that's
December.
right.
December what?
8th.
That's a Sagittarius. No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Mhm. Yes, it is.
I escaped being a demon on both sides.
You were so close.
Yeah, so since you brought that up, maybe going to Thailand in December, I want to ask you, like, how far in advance do you usually plan your trips? Does it kind of like revolve around maybe like travel packages or just like what's going on in that country?
For my birthday, let's go back to my birthday. Those are the ones that I really put together for people, for my friends and stuff. I will try to give them as much time as possible. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like I can swipe the card. You know, so I'm just,
Okay, I swipe it, I spend it, I don't got no limit.
I'm okay with that. But to be considerate of everybody else, I try to make sure that the whole birthday trip is planned April.
Okay.
Birthday's in August, so it gives everyone about 4 months, and I feel like that's good, that's fair, that's appropriate.
Definitely.
And I haven't heard anybody say I don't have enough time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
And I also, when I send it out, I always say, maybe I'll send it out April 1st. I'll tell them you have 2 weeks to make up your mind and send me what you can to start getting things in motion. So it's not like here's the invite, I need a yes now, and here's the money, give me, you know what I mean?
Give it to me right now.
Yeah. So yeah, give people a little bit of time. I would say 4 months is kind of the sweet spot. You always want it to be as out as possible. If you want the lowest, it's as it gets closer, obviously prices increase and change and all that. So, and some airlines won't let you book 6 months prior. 6 months is a cap for some of them. So
Yeah.
I feel like 4 months is a perfect spot for hotels, for flights, for everything. If it's just somewhere in there. But like I said, if I hear the voice,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Because I'll think, okay, my birthday's in August. I'm going to book this in April, May. But if it's crazy and the voice says, I'm gonna listen to that voice, you know what I mean? Because it's not failed me once. It's not failed me once.
Amen. Which kind of goes into my next question
Okay.
too. These are great segues.
So happy I can tee these up for you.
Right. So I know you said you have like this little voice in your head that tells you,
And don't make it sound like I'm crazy.
oh no, oh, I'm so sorry. Oops. My bad. But are there certain days that you do think are the best to book, like certain months, certain days, for flights, and also for like hotels and things like that? Like, how do you even find where to stay?
I've heard Tuesday nights are the best to book flights.
I've heard that
Tuesday
too.
nights, and I've heard Wednesdays are the best day to travel, to actually move. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Tuesday nights. I don't know what it is about. I'm sure there's a there's a thought behind it of why. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard. Tuesday nights to buy. Let's say Tuesday to buy, Wednesday to fly.
Hey.
Okay.
Tuesday night
Like that.
specifically. So that's when I'll look. I'll also just search. I search everything. I search kayak. Kayak is the homie for a flight. There's some airlines that aren't on kayak, so you have to check those individually. Like I said, I'm a travel agent. I have a travel agency portal, completely separate. My job has a portal that I can use. And then because of the credit card points, that's a separate portal. I can check so many different things, which makes me the ideal travel agent.
Hey, you're hired.
Booking.com has come in handy for hotels.
Okay.
Hopper has come in handy recently.
I used Hopper recently. It was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I use it for the first time. I usually look at it for Hopper was good for checking when to book. Like it'll show you a calendar, and it'll have every day of the month either green, orange, or red. Green being great, red being the worst for booking the flights. They recently expanded, and now they have everything. You can do hotels, you can do everything.
Oh.
So I used Hopper for a hotel recently, and because I've used it before for flights, I had some points saved up. So I was able to get a nice hotel situation for birthday coming up. And so yeah, I would say check out Kayak, check out Booking, check out they need to sponsor me. Kayak, Booking, Hopper, Hotels Tonight. If you're in a quick situation, Hotel Tonight. It's an app. It's purple. That's for let's go to Vegas now.
Yeah.
And we need something tonight.
Yes.
Because they don't let you search, I don't think, more than 2 weeks ahead. So you can do just quick.
Very
Yeah,
immediate.
like really quick.
Immediate,
Like, yeah.
And then I know you mentioned you slid in there that you don't have your flight back home yet for the trip. So like your little voice, like you said, there are some people who will be like, if I don't have my flights up and back, I'm not even doing nothing.
Right.
You know, I need to have me a round trip before I'm going. So what makes you step out on faith and be like, I got my one way, I'm gonna find a way back? I mean, in the end, it makes sense because you got to get your ass back home.
Right.
But what are the things that make you feel like, all right, listen, we're just gonna buy the one way right now, and then
Honestly, the reason that this happened the way that this particular situation happened was because I was given, all right, story time. Went to Puerto Rico last year, 2022, yes. Went to Puerto Rico last year. Coming home from Puerto Rico, I was supposed to have a layover in Austin, Texas. The weather was so bad in Austin that they didn't even want to get close. We diverted and landed in San Antonio. Weather started to get bad in San Antonio. They then canceled all flights and put us all in hotel rooms.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Fine. No worries. My hotel was kind of farther out because they filled up all of the immediate hotels, the airport hotels. They all were full of all those people. My hotel was about 20 minutes away. They said, okay, there's no shuttle. And we're just going to have you Uber, like Uber yourself there, save your receipts. And they showed me a whole breakdown of how to show them the receipts later. Like after I get home, give it some time, submit them receipts, and will refund me for the Ubers. Okay, great. All that was fine. I gave it about a month, sent them the email with the receipts and all that, and I said, okay, this is what happened. They said, okay, great. Here's 10,000 miles. And I said,
Thank you.
I said, that's great, but I want my $40.
thank you.
Okay.
So gave it a couple more weeks. Did it again. They said, oh, so sorry. Here's 30,000 miles. I said, that's great.
I want my $40.
I want my
my
40.
So I did it again, and they sent me a check with my $40. But they also gave me
More
40,000
points.
miles.
Right.
But they had an expiration date.
Of course.
American Airlines has an expiration date on their miles. Use your miles. I booked, when I made the Jamaica trip, April, I went ahead and booked my own flight. And it was on that, surprisingly, I used those 40,000 miles for a bunch of things, including the flight to Jamaica. I was done. I had no more points left. So I was trying to decide on the way home, do I play with my brother's flight benefits? Now, here's the thing about those. Standby. You only get on the plane if there's a seat. It's not. It's all very up in the air, and sometimes it can get down to the last seat. I've been the last person on the plane before, but it saves you. It's a blessing. Thank you, brother. It's great, and I love it. But like I said, it can come down to the last seat. So I'm thinking, do I want to use those credit card miles, or do I use the brother's flight benefits? I'm still trying to decide. I'm still waiting for that voice to tell me what to do. So that's the only reason why I don't have a flight home yet. Just because it's Jamaica, it's summertime. It's the time where people are in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Do I want to play with standby? Because standby, those miles, the points, I would rather save for something else. I would rather use that for something else and use a pass.
Yeah.
But I might not.
Because it's summertime.
Because it's summertime
We
and it's
shall
Jamaica,
see.
I might not want to
Risk it.
risk it and get to Atlanta and then have no seat.
No.
So,
Ooh, risque.
How do you like travel around when you get there? Anywhere? Do you like Uber, taxi, walk?
depends on the
How's it go?
place.
Yeah.
Depends on the place. Some places, Uber is great. Some places, renting a car is great. If you're going to Dubai and you have a low amount of people, I say get a car in Dubai. I would say if there's public transportation, Spain, get on those metros.
Yeah.
New York, get on those metros. It just, like I said, it just depends. It really depends on the place. And because those subway systems, those metro systems are amazing.
They're expansive. I was blown away when I went to New York. I said, what the fuck? You can get all
They're
around
All
this place.
over the place.
In LA, they be like, girl, you trying to go where? Get off.
Right.
Literally, you have
Yeah.
to drive to this train station
Yes.
first.
Yes. Yeah.
Ignorant.
You need wheels. In Los
You
Angeles.
need
Know that.
wheels.
Yes.
So yeah, it really depends on the place. And that's a researchable, very easy researchable thing. Just see the metro system, look at the map of the metro system, see how much of the country or the city that it covers. Ask me.
Okay.
Yeah. It just, like I said, it really just depends on the place. But just research that. That's something that's very easily researched.
So you said you've been, out of the country like Dubai and Egypt and things like that. You said people come up to you and they start speaking Arabic. So how do you handle like language barriers in different countries? Like, do you try to learn it? Do you just hop on a little Duolingo, a little Google Translate?
I do my best to get the hello, thank yous. Those the essentials. I call those the essentials.
That's true.
Pero y la baño.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
But you'd be surprised. A lot of people ask me that. America
We the
is
only ones
really
stupid.
the only one where it's like there's one language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's not, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other countries, most countries I've been to, it's that language and English.
Yeah.
Or that language and something. Like, you know what I mean? Like they teach them.
Yeah.
They're
in
usually,
school,
Yeah, like 2 or
like, that's
3
a-
languages they learn.
Smart.
So and so it's very rare that you go up to someone who can't help you out. It's very rare that you go up to someone, especially people who work in places like at a restaurant
Right.
or
Yeah.
at the train
That's
station or
true.
something like that. If you're in another country and you go up to talk to a local, you might not have
Yeah.
Yeah.
the best luck. But like I said, in places where they're employees and they need help, the people who work in the taxis, in Dubai, everybody was willing and able to help. Everybody. There might have been a slight barrier just because their English wasn't,
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they
Super fluent,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they had it. We were able to laugh and joke in the car, and it's like I said, America is really the place where that's a thing.
America has a
One
problem.
Language. See, America has a problem.
Indeed.
Okay, America has dum 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 dum. Okay.
Yeah. So that hasn't, like I said, that hasn't really been an issue.
That's lovely. Because I know people sometimes they're so scared, like, oh, I'm going to go there and they're not going to know what I'm saying. I'm like, girl, you're not going to know what they say. They probably know what you're saying.
That's hilarious. We're going to talk about community.
Okay.
Yes. You've been pimping all over the world.
Is that what you've been doing?
Is that what he's been doing?
I'm so glad you said that. For one reason. I mentioned Janet Jackson concert.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait.
Ludacris opened for
Yes.
Janet.
Okay.
And I'm in my seat having a great time. Like, he's great. I wouldn't consider myself like a huge Luda fan, but I was in my seat like, okay, I forgot how many hits he has.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he has them.
Pimpin' All Over the World came on, and I stood up. I don't know
Got up
who I
out that
became. Like,
seat.
I don't know. Something happened to me when that song came on. I didn't realize it was so
The fancy
ingrained.
car. The woman in the caviar.
But then, you know, when they only do like a little bit and it goes off, and
Yeah, you're like, oh, let me sit back down.
something happened in that moment. I was like, wow, this is really about. This song was made for me.
Wasn't it though?
This song was made for me.
Yeah, I forgot who I was for a second.
That's
It'd be
funny.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to know, when you are pimping all over the world, how do you find like where to go, the different places, the places that are not so touristy?
I love talking to the locals. I love talking to the people, the drivers, the taxi drivers, because I'm like, this is all great, and you're taking me where we're supposed, like where the hotel suggested, or something that I looked up on my own. This is going to sound crazy. Use TikTok as a search engine.
Amen.
Yeah.
TikTok is
Yes.
I didn't
They
really-
drop gems all day,
All
every day.
day. Oh my God. I have folders of countries. Thailand, Dubai, Jamaica, all these places that I either am going to go or have been, of things I found and saved them into folders.
That's beautiful.
But sorry, that doesn't answer your question. Your question. The best way is become friends with the hotel staff, become friends with the people who are driving. I'm thinking about Dubai just because that was one of the most recent trips. They had a line of taxis outside just waiting
Yeah.
that worked with the hotel. So you could walk up to the front desk guy at the hotel and say, I want to go to this restaurant. He's like, him right there, he's waiting for you. Okay. And even like, I had a relationship with these people to where I told them when they dropped us off after breakfast, I said, we want to go dinner 7:00 at this restaurant. He said, I'll be here at 6:45. Like, y'all make sure y'all ready. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm going to be here.
I'm present.
So make friends with them and then ask them. Now, you're taking me to all these touristy places, all the places on the surface. Where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you take your family and your kids? Where do you guys eat?
Right.
You know, that's what I want to know. So that's the best way. Become friends with people who live there and ask them, what do you eat? Where do you shop?
Where do you be at?
Right.
Streets you
Because I
be on?
know you're okay. Let's take Los Angeles for example, because we all know that.
Yeah.
You get in an Uber. Now you know this Uber driver is not hanging out on Hollywood Boulevard.
You know it.
No.
Correct. Where are you going in your free time? Where are you taking your family? What are you eating?
Right.
So yeah, that's what I suggest. Get real close with your drivers, and at restaurants, like even at restaurants. Okay, we ate this tonight. Where would you go?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I was like, oh,
That's
wow.
my favorite people to ask.
Yeah.
People out there. I'm like, hey,
Absolutely.
where do you go?
Yeah. And what do you eat on this menu?
Yeah. Yeah. Be kind in other countries. Be kind and make some friends with these people.
Yes.
Just be kind.
Have a
Yeah.
friend when you go.
You'd be
travel.
surprised. You'd be surprised how much can come from just
talking.
from talking
Yeah.
and being pleasant, like genuinely pleasant. And you'd be surprised. So many things I've come up with. So many things over the years where people who I met who served me at restaurants are talking about come back and come to my house. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's nice.
That's what I want.
Then you walk into the house, you be like, damn,
This where you live?
you living big. What you doing over there at that restaurant?
Literally.
Shook.
When you're getting around, you're talking to everybody, you're traveling around, you're seeing what the city's got going on. What excursions do you do when you're out and about traveling?
I have to find a jet ski. If there's an ocean, I have to get on a jet ski. That's a tradition for me. If I'm on a beachy, tropical vacation, I have to, non-negotiable, find a jet ski. Other than that, because I've done so many things.
Yeah.
I kind of leave it open to the people who haven't been to these places.
That makes sense.
And so I've jet skied everywhere you can jet ski.
I promise you, if
I was
there's
on
an
the
ocean,
moon.
I've touched
Right.
it.
Literally.
I've snorkeled in places. I've seen all of the wildlife. I've seen it all. I've parasailed probably 6 times. I let other people decide at this point. What are the best? Jet skiing. I love parasailing. And if you can get the parasail guy to slow down and dip you in the water, let your life get changed.
Let your feet.
Dunk me like a
your feet.
nugget, baby. Ooh,
You see?
All right now.
I'm just saying.
Dunking like a nugget.
That was sexy.
It was. You want speaking into the hole?
Oh, can I push it? Can I push it?
Yes.
That's it.
Put your mouth right over that hole. Put your mouth there and speak it in there. Let it all go. Come on, speak it in the hole. Speak it in the hole.
That is crazy. What was your question?
No, you answered it.
No, it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
talk
love-
about your
yeah.
excursions, and you answered my other question about your traditions, so that's good.
Tradition. Yeah.
That's your main tradition,
Tradition.
the jet ski.
Like I said, I will say to people like, okay, cruises. I'm going to say cruises for an example. I've been to pretty much every island that the cruise ships can cruise to in the U.S.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been to all of them. So if there's somebody who hasn't, what do you want to do? Because I've
Right.
I've done it all.
I've cruised,
I'm
baby.
seasoned.
you know what I haven't done? Swam with dolphins. That's high on my list.
Don't. It's
not-
okay.
I wanna do, you
You don't have to do
done
that.
it?
No, you just don't have to do that.
Yeah.
No.
I've heard people say this. This is the
Well, just don't.
I've just heard things.
I've heard some.
I've heard they're a little stinky, but I mean, they live in the ocean. They can't help that. They ain't got no
They're
soap.
No, but
I've heard they're a little aggressive.
They're a little
Be
sexual.
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah. Okay. As
I've
long as
heard.
you know
Just
what
protect
you're
you.
putting yourself into.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
I say do it and then tell us how
protect
it's
Yeah, you can tell us how it is.
Zip lining. That's the other one. Zip
zip
lining is
lining?
great.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
recommend zip lining in Puerto Vallarta. They have a place where they filmed Predator.
Yeah.
They turned it into a zip line. I think it's 12 lines. Time of your life.
Okay.
Time of your life.
That's freaking cool. And it's not. It's right there, literally.
Get on some ATVs.
Oh, definitely.
Mash out. What else do I like? Yeah, those are my favorite. But the jet ski is the
Yeah, that's
the
numero uno. Gotta
That's
get
the one.
on the jet
I want
ski.
to buy a jet ski. Well, I don't know where I'd put it, but I want one. Because,
Somebody will keep it.
Yeah.
and someone will.
Someone will.
because that is the thing. That is the one.
So earlier you talked about your trip that you have coming up.
Yeah.
Besides your coin toss with how you're gonna get back home,
Yeah,
how
we'll
else
see.
are you preparing for your trip?
Oh.
Heads or tails.
Heads or tails, right?
So I'm actually gonna be gone for a long time.
Oh,
I'll only be in Jamaica for about a week, but
you're gonna
I
be
will-
gone, aren't you?
So because
So
I've been
gone.
doing these trips for a minute for my birthday, and my birthday every year. Once I decided to travel every year for my birthday,
Yeah,
every year it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
that makes
so
sense.
I called them birthday world tours
Okay,
instead of birthday trips,
That's what I'm talking about.
that's
and it starts in 9 days.
oh
I'll be gone for 25 days.
Come on.
Christmas.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know that's right.
So how am I preparing? I am making a list, checking it twice, making sure I have everything that I need because I'm going to be gone for so long.
Yeah.
The other thing is I have to I'm going to be gone in North Carolina for about 2 weeks with just doing a lot of really cool family stuff.
okay.
I go from North Carolina straight to Jamaica. So I'm trying to figure out, because my bag is going to be so full of the North Carolina stuff, I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to pack a separate bag of Jamaica stuff. I'm trying to figure out who can bring it to North Carolina so I can take it to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And do like a bag switcheroo to have them take the other one back to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm preparing right now. I'm trying to figure out if I have everything, if I need to shop. I don't think I need to shop, but trying to figure out how to do this bag handoff switcheroo.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. It's a long time
like some
to be
Scooby-Doo.
gone. Yeah.
No, yeah, it is some Scooby Doo bag switcheroo.
So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
You're You're gonna have a good fucking 25
Your
days.
world tour to be starting in 9 days.
No,
You're
literally.
so calm. I promise you, if I was gone for like 25 days,
I'd be panicking.
even 9 days before, I'd be like,
I know. I'm like, you will trip off a 3-day trip.
baby, I'd be like 25 days. Like, do I have enough anything? What can I really do to prepare for this? I would be so stressed. But you're the perfect person to do this.
Yeah,
You really are.
definitely.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I could talk about traveling all day long.
Oh, we know you can.
We know.
That's good. We got one last
Yeah,
question.
one more.
So we talked all about travel. And so we want to know, what is something that you want our listeners to take away from your travel experience, your travel stories?
It's possible. Don't think that it's the most expensive thing ever. It's not. It's very possible. It's very doable. Go, have a good time, spend the money.
Yes.
Amen.
Spend the money. The money will come back.
Yeah.
This
Amen.
time will not come back. I'm going to hit 30 in a couple years. I feel like I've lived a life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have.
I feel like if
All
I
your
were,
world tours?
if it was time to go, I think I'd be okay. I'd be happy with what I've done.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Utilize your time. Have a good time. We are not here to live in one specific place and do one specific thing. Go out, learn about yourself, learn about other cultures, learn about other foods, learn about everything, get your hands on everything, have a good time, spend the money. What else? There was one more thing. Be kind. Go out there and be kind. Do not, you could be another culture or another race's example to how other culture is. Meaning, in China, there are not many black people. Go out there and be an example of a great, amazing black person. Don't give them an example of something else.
Don't give them an ulterior.
Just show up and show out, have a good time, look good, and be kind.
yes.
Come on.
That's beautiful.
Does that make sense?
That was
Yes.
good.
No, that's
I
beautiful.
just want to make sure it makes sense because sometimes the words don't always.
No, they.
Good.
You did your damn thing.
Right. You got
We
it.
should get some claps. Can we get some
man,
claps for August?
Give it to him.
That was amazing.
Yes.
You're amazing.
You're amazing. The three of you. This is beautiful. I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm so happy you guys are doing this.
Thank you.
Keep doing it.
Oh, we will, baby.
Till the wheels fall off.
Till the
Okay.
wheels fall off. So I
And
could
even
quit my
then-
job.
And I'll be back. Wait, they didn't invite me back yet.
You can come back.
Come back.
I will be back.
We gonna get a live from Dubai.
No, literally. With August. They're in Dubai? Yeah, bye.
Imagine picking up all of our equipment. Okay, do you have everything?
You have everything. I forgot the piece for the mic.
And I'm gonna be mad.
upset.
Make a list. Make your list when you're traveling.
Oh, yeah.
Make it in advance. Don't 2 days before start making your list.
Because you'll forget.
Because you'll forget. So if you start a month out, think of all the essentials. As the time goes on, you'll keep adding to that list, but you don't want it to be 2 days before because you don't have enough time to the extras.
Even think
to
about
pop up.
it.
Yeah.
Make your list. Well, you know you're going on this trip. I knew I was going to Jamaica 5 months ago. I know what I'm going to need in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On this 25-day
Right. The
world tour.
fight.
I know what I'm going to need. So I started a list, and I started adding to the list as things came up. You can't do that if you start the list a day before, 2 days before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry, we went back. We were supposed to.
No.
You're good.
No,
You're
it's
good.
okay.
You're good.
Three
You're good.
conversations.
You got to
ago.
remind people there's not always a convenience store around.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
give people these
Okay.
words. Gems.
Yeah.
These gems. These were gems. This is such a good episode. It felt like a big old hug.
I learned so much just in myself sitting here.
So much. Ready to book a trip.
Okay. It is possible, y'all.
It is.
Possible.
Where we
Get
going in
out
December?
there. Get out there.
Okay.
Live your life. Live your life.
Eh,
That's the other thing. Sorry.
no.
We survived a pandemic.
Right.
Okay.
You
Get out
survived.
there.
If you're listening, you survived a fucking
You
pandemic.
survived a pandemic. I had so many, I think everyone had so many plans for 2020. Something happened
Yes.
when 2020
Yes.
started.
Yeah.
And
A
we're all
shift.
like, oh my God, this is
We
the
were
year
ready.
And then it went like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make up for that lost time.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Make up for that lost time. Enjoy your life.
Amen. I love that.
You made us all feel so good on this mic, August.
You did. I feel so good. Wow. Thank you so much.
Let's keep going. No, I'm kidding.
But yes, thank you so much, August,
Absolutely.
for coming on and
Thank
being our
you.
guest, our travel expert, our travel baddie.
Okay. Trouble Maddie, baby.
Have so much fun
Thank
down
you.
there in Jamaica. Okay.
Yeah. Hit up August the Agent.
Okay.
Love that.
Hit up August the Agent. Okay. If y'all looking for a trip, when we post this episode, we're gonna, post his handles and everything. So, let us know which one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got you.
You guys can, contact August. You trying to plan that trip, that birthday trip? You trying to make every year is a travel year?
Hey,
your life?
You want to go on a world tour?
Go ahead. Hit him up. Hit
He's
him
a
up.
kind man, everybody.
Very, very kind man.
He's
Look
very,
at that
very
face.
kind.
Look at that face.
Right. And yeah, thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. We hope y'all gained so much knowledge.
Yes.
And that y'all are ready to go out there and live your best travel lives. We will talk to y'all next week. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at TBU Podcast. You can send us an email at theblackUmbrellaPC@gmail.com. You want to send us an email and be like, hey, can you give me August's information again? I missed it or whatever. We'll hit you back. We'll let you know. And we love y'all.
Love you.
We love you.
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
And we will talk to y'all next week. Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.